All right, everybody, welcome back to another adventure with Charlie's Adventures. Today we're going to be going a little bit different route up the mountain, and going to be hanging a 25-gallon feeder to try to get the hogs to come into it. And we're gonna go up here, and I gotta make it bear-proof because we got these bears up here now. So we're gonna get on the road. Brakes is a raising tire. Squeaking, I don't know what's going on with the brakes. I hope the brakes last longer than that. This is just full of mud. but I haven't went up. Looks like it's just like every other road around here, starting to wash out. The reason I'm having to go this way is where I normally go up, they was unloading a bunch of logging equipment, and I didn't want to interfere with them. They're getting ready to log up through there somewhere. I don't know where, but it's gonna bother them and take more time having to wait. I just decided to come up this way here. Might have been a mistake, might not have. We'll see. Leaves are really coming out on the trees now. Everything's getting green. You ought to look at that view right there. Wow, ain't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous right there. Pretty good ruts right here. I've been trying to think of a way to mount the camera out front about 2 or 3 foot in front of the side-by-side looking back, so you could see how the suspension works. I think that'd be a pretty cool shot. I ain't figured out how to do it to make it rigid enough to keep from shaking yet. I'm more, studying on it, trying to figure something out. Maybe here before long, I'll be able to figure something out to make it rigid enough to not shake. Wow, this right here place is rutted out bad, buddy. I don't know if you all can tell much about this or not, but there's some bad ruts. Wow. Yeah, this road right here is washing out, rutting out bad. Of course they all are. That's what's amazing about these side-by-sides, man. I mean, they'll down here climb a cliff straight up. It's amazing what they'll do. Cell phone signal up here finally. you all had your brakes squeaking on the Pioneer 500 or the Pioneer 520? If you have, let me know what you found or how you cured it or what. I'm just kind of curious. I need to figure out which way I need to go. I think I need to go left. Let me know what you're doing about the brakes squeaking. If you've had that problem. Squeaks when you turn right. It sounds like it's the left side squeaking when you turn right. That's kind of indications of a wheel bearing wearing, or an axle bearing, however you want to call it. Got 1,200 and probably about 1,260 miles on this thing now. I would hope that the bearings would last longer than that, but I've been told running these wheel spacers, it's harder on your bearings, puts more leverage, and that's kind of understandable. But if it's going to shorten the life of the bearings that long, that much, then I'll be doing something else. I thought about doing the long travel kit, but man, $2,800 with the axles, $2,400 without. Then if you go that route, then you're going to have to buy shocks all the way around. That's another $1,500, $1,600. You know, you're looking at $4,000 in suspension. You know, that's close to half of the price of the machine right there. I just, you know, that's unbelievable how much that stuff is. You know, I don't know. When I bought the P520, I was looking for something small. That's what I wanted. You know, something right close to like a four-wheeler would be, but a side-by-side. But then when you get up on the trails and they're all washed out and rutted out, you know, it makes you kind of leery about turning over. So, I don't know, I guess small's got its advantages, and then I guess bigger's got its advantages. Pros and cons to all of it, I guess. When I get home, I'm gonna jack this thing up, I guess, and feel the wheels and see if the bearings has got play in them. If they do, get ready to replace the bearings, I guess. The wind's blowing, but it's not too bad hot. That's a good thing. Solid rock right there. Through here, there's some pretty rough places. Coming down into a little saddle here. What are you talking about? Rough and washed out. This right here is where I come through here last year before. And that snow, you know, got covered up with snow, couldn't see, had to raise the windshield up to be able to see. You know, I think I called it a whiteout. It's snowing hard right across this top right here. I was coming out and it was after dark, you know. And, it was cold up here, man. That wind blowing. I don't believe I had the doors on it then. I know I didn't. Yeah, that was a night you'll never forget, you know. Some of those deals like that stick with you for a long time. Some hard down through here, it's rutted out real bad. I ain't been through this way in a long time. I actually quit coming this way because it got so rough. deep ruts. But today we didn't have no choice where they's unloading that equipment down there the way I normally come up. And it don't hurt to have a change of scenery every now and then either. I know you all probably rather see some new scenery. Yeah, this right here is one of the places that's rutted out bad. See what we're going to do here. Guess I'm going to hold up on this right side. It looks like it's actually better than it used to be. I think the road used to be washed out right here. It slid off. I believe what the deal was right there. And people just went around it. I about know it is. Back when we run the Jeeps, that was the slide off right there, and it, you know, blocked the road off. And I guess we just started going around it now. Of course, that's been, you know, 30 years ago. Used to, that's as far as you could come, and I guess people got started going around it. The main top up here is only like 30 foot across, and it's pretty well straight down on both sides. Narrow top right there. The wind always is blowing up here. Feels good during the summer or hotter weather. Not so much during the winter. Bottomed out a little bit. With the 24-inch tires, hey, this thing drug a lot. I put 27s on it, and it's done a lot better, but it still bottoms out. You know, pretty regular, really. Just not as bad as it used to be. Quite a bit of weight in this thing today. I've got a 50-pound mineral block, 3 bags of corn, 2 whole kernel, and 1 crushed corn, and feeder. I mean, I've got this thing loaded down. And, I put the corn and the mineral block up here in the passenger side with me, trying to even the weight out a little bit. There's a lot of weight in here right now. The feeder's plastic, so it didn't really weigh that much. So there's really not that much weight in the bed. But there's weight up here in the front passenger compartment for sure. One good thing about the Pioneers, you let off the gas, man, it'll slow you down. You ain't gotta ride the brake. That's one thing that I love about these things. You ain't gotta ride the brake. What we're gonna do right here at this big rut, I guess I'm gonna stay at this upper side of it, looks like right now. Old man's gonna have to stay away up there, you sure? I think this right here's where I about reared it up at night coming out of here when it was snowing. I was going up that right there and slid off down in that rut. And and one of the front wheels come way off the ground. Right here, I don't know if you can, I know it don't look the same on the camera as it does in real life, but I'm telling you, man, this rut right here is deep. Let's hope we don't end up showing you for sure how deep it is by falling off in it. Yeah, there you go. I mean, bottom plumb out right there. If anybody don't go to cutting some trees and throwing logs down in these places like this right here, that right there is going to be bad at some point in time. It's already bad enough right now. People need to start trying to do a little maintenance on the roads. We try to, you know, instead of just riding all the time, every now and then pay it back a little bit. Here. Probably screw it, probably what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and lock it four-wheel drive. Wow, that just eased through that. Amazing. Bottom down, hard. Right down right here is where we would have came up the mountain from the way we used to come up before. Right here to the left where we would have came up at. I'm gonna tell you what, man, this right here is plumb hairy feeling. These little 520s, you wanna, you know, every little, if you raise them up an inch, man, it feels a lot worse. You know, it seems like 1 inch multiplies you, feeling like you're gonna turn over times 10. Those are narrow. You know, it's almost like if you raise it an inch, then you need to widen the stance 1.5 inches. If that makes any sense. like ain't been anybody through here today. They might have, if it was early this morning. Of course, today's Friday. There'll be a lot of people out tomorrow. Well, it's supposed to rain tomorrow all day. So it's untelling. People might not ride tomorrow. Has absolutely been eating her mineral up here. The deer have been in it too, but the hogs have been in it seems a lot more than the deer got to. Hogs are getting more use out of it than boy, I about got my windshield there. Wasn't paying attention. It seems like the hogs is getting more use out of their mineral than the deer are. I was talking to somebody the other day, it might make them hogs taste a little better. Getting that good mineral in them. Right down here to where we sold that seed a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to park. I'm going to walk around the side here to where the flex camera's at. Slip around through there real easy. See if I can't see a hog around through there. They've been hanging out around here. Seems like they're in here about every other day. Today may be the day. They was in here yesterday. Can't never tell. If you'll stay persistent, one day you're gonna come up on them. Just don't know what day that's gonna be. Today could be the day. Park right here to get out and slip around through there. See what we can come up with. All right, we're up here to where I'm going to put this feeder. As you can tell, I've got the side-by-side loaded down. There's the feeder, brought my tree stand. Got a solar unit for the trail camera. It's a battery pack with solar built into it. Got a bunch of cable. We got 3 bags of corn and a mineral block down there. And we decided we're going to quit feeding that powdered mineral for a while till we can do something about this hog situation. Hogs are coming in here, and as you can tell, they're just rooting it and tearing it all to pieces in here. And over there is the flex camera. But my plan is I'm going to run a cable from that tree right there to that tree right here. I'm going to put the cable up high, and I'm going to hang that feeder right here at the flex camera. I'm going to hang that feeder, and it's going to be pretty much right over that stump where we've been, that log, where we've been putting the mineral. You can tell them hogs just tore that up. So we're going to put it right over the top of that and let that feed. Hopefully it'll be, out here in the middle to where the corn will throw, all around. All right, well, I'm going to set up on a tripod here and we'll get to work.